Hey my loves, welcome back to another episode of 100% Lavish. Today we are going to talk about expectations. I feel like oftentimes the expectations we have over ourselves come from the limiting beliefs of other people. Why might you say that? Because I feel like sometimes when we're around certain people, we have a certain expectation over ourselves. Like when we're around go-getters, we have an expectation of go get that shit. When we're around people who just be like chilling and don't really do much, well, a person like me, I have the expectation to do better. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like oftentimes even like my parents' expectations over me and shit like that. Like I realized that the expectations that I often put on myself came from other people. They didn't come from me. And the more that I self-isolated myself and the more that I started to be alone, I realized that honestly, I don't really have any expectations over myself because I already know what I need to get done. Does that make sense? I'm breaking out, but that's fine. But yeah, like I realized that the expectation that I have over myself is really to just get up and keep trying every day. Because at first I expected way more of myself. Because as a 21-year-old, I thought that I was going to be way further in life. And I thought that I was going to be doing way more. Not realizing that your 20s is supposed to be the most chaotic part of your life. Like your 20s is supposed to be the times where you fuck up, you do crazy shit, you experiment, because that's the time that you're getting to grow. And I realized that once I lowered my expectations on myself and stopped being on my ass about what other people wanted from me, and I started to do what it is that I wanted for myself, I started to feel way more satisfied. I started to actually get the things that I actually wanted for myself. I realized that oftentimes my environment, I was a product of it. Even though I would say that I wasn't, I really was, because unintentionally their limited beliefs was getting projected onto me. And even though sometimes they wouldn't directly say it, I'm an empath, so I feel it. And I realized when I was around certain people, I had a lot of doubt coming in. I had a lot of, I need to do this, I need to do that. But then I realized once I got alone and I actually just sat with myself, I realized that the type of person that I am, I'm gonna get it all done anyways. So it's like, I realized that oftentimes we really do be putting expectations on ourselves that don't even really apply to us. It's just like, for instance, people like me, I know I'm not supposed to be working a 9 to 5. I know that it is not my, like, that's just not my wavelength. Like some people, they can do the NPC shit. I can't do that shit. I cannot do the NPC shit because it makes me feel like a robot. Like I hate something that is a consistent ass schedule. Like that's exactly why I had to quit Amazon, because it was like literally the same schedule every week, the same people every week, the same lanes, same packages and all that. And like that throws me off because the type of person I am, I'm not into that. I'm a type of person that I like free flow. I like creating. And a part of me creating, I realized that the more that I just started to create for myself and I started to just make what I felt called to do, was when it started to feel more natural and secure to me. Like I realized that I was a part of the problem of why I wasn't feeling satisfied in life, because I was surrounding myself around people that I knew weren't satisfying me, and products and shit like that. Not even just people, but I was surrounding myself around things, places and everything like that that I knew that wasn't satisfying me. And I wondered why I felt this like heavy bag and like this feeling of what the fuck. And the reason that I felt that was because I wasn't allowing myself to just be me. I realized that I know that I'm not like other people. I know the pathway that I'm taking, oftentimes people won't have insight for it, because oftentimes my journey is my journey. Nobody has ever taken this route specifically the same way that I have taken this route. Don't get me wrong. Yes, there's other people who do music. There's other people who do clothing. There's other people who do jewelry, canvas art, and books and all that. There's other people who do all those things. But the difference between me and them is that I'm me. I create for me, and with me being multifaceted, I used to be so on my ass because I'm like, you got to get this done, you got to get this done. But I realized that the type of person I am, I'm gonna get this shit done regardless. Like I have a single coming out the 13th of this month, and I'm like, that was an accident. It wasn't even supposed to happen, but I woke up that day, I created, I liked the song, I got it mixed, and I'm like, you know what, drop this shit. Because I was on my ass, I'm like, damn, I low-key should drop an album. Being outside really do be breaking me out, but it's okay. But I'm like, yeah, I should drop an album, you know what I'm saying? Like I should, instead of like just dropping singles and EPs. But I realized, no, just drop what you have. Like stop overthinking everything and just go with what your body is calling you to do. Because oftentimes you will end up in the most perfect situations. Like y'all, this little lake, little river, little stream, I don't even know what we could call it, a creek, I don't know what it is. When I found this, I literally found it because I told myself everything new. Instead of me taking the same pathway that I would take when I would normally just go walk and look at the houses, I went to another neighborhood. With me going to another neighborhood, I end up finding something so beautiful, and it's so like, ooh, I just love to be around it because it has me around nature, and it taught me to slow the fuck down. Like, genuinely slow the fuck down. There is no rush. The only reason you have a rush over yourself is because your expectations for yourself. Remind yourself who the fuck you are. You don't have to rush. You're not going to be doing what another nigga is doing because, no offense, sorry to tell you, you're your own person. So because you're your own person, you're not going to be doing XYZ just like everybody else is doing. You can follow the trends. You can follow everything that's going on, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. You have to figure out what works for you. But in order for you to figure out what works for you, you have to do for you. You have to work for you. Like, you have to really just know yourself. But in order to know yourself, you have to sit with the self. And I know that's one of the hardest things in this healing journey, in the spiritual journey, is sitting with the self. Because sometimes sitting with the self is just silence. Sometimes it's just hella thoughts that are racing. Sometimes it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And sometimes you won't know. But you have to be willing to just sit there and wait for the result. Because honestly, it's no longer about the how or about the when. It's about the what you gonna do. What are you gonna do to get to where you want to get? What steps are you gonna take every day to get to where you want to get? Because y'all, I'm gonna be honest, like, we'll take the gym as an example. When I first started getting into the gym, I had no muscle. It was super hard for me to lift. I felt so like, and when I would go to the gym and people were in the gym, I would really just want to go home. I didn't want to be around people while I was working out. And I realized that the more that I just stopped being in my head, because oftentimes the shit that you think that somebody's looking at, they're not looking at that shit. It was just you. Like, genuinely, it was just you and your overthinking. Once you realize, get out your head. Live in the actual world that is around you, not your head. Because don't get me wrong, yes, that is a part of creating your reality. But at the same time, we're living now. We're here now. So you have to take what you got and flip it into what it is that you want. It's not about the resources that you have. It's not about the limited things that you have. It's not about none of that. It's about what are you going to do with what you do have. Because oftentimes, we have more than what we realize. Like, genuinely, we have more than what we realize. And it's just like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the best person ever. You do not have to have everything together. That is a part of being human. Exploring and learning. And genuinely, you'll start to realize that the more you just humble yourself and you relax, you will start to feel everything that you are trying to fulfill within yourself, because it naturally comes through. Your brain naturally knows what it wants. Your body naturally knows what it wants. Allow your body to direct your brain to where to go. Because honestly, they all are in cahoots with each other. They are all in connects. Like, anything that you want is yours. You just have to sometimes just be patient. And I know, I hate that fucking word too. Because I feel like with it, when it comes to my journey, I have been told to be nothing but patient, 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 patient. And I hated that sentence. I'm like, bro, stop fucking telling me to be patient, because I want more. I want to do more in life. I expect more out of life. But then that's what I realized. I expect more out of life. I'm not just living my life for what it is. Because I know that I'm going to get everything that I want and more. I know that I'm going to be a celebrity. I know that I'm going to go out here and do the things that it is that I want to do. I know it. It's just, I got to let time do its thing. And that's one of the hardest parts, being patient within yourself, letting time do its thing. Because sometimes we like to take control over things that we honestly don't have control over. And then we get upset about the result because your expectation, you expected something out of something that you couldn't control. Why would we do that? It's just, you have to really relax on yourself. Relax on yourself and remind yourself you are human. You are okay exactly where you are. I don't know who told you that you are not. I don't know who told you that you got to be forced to do something. I don't know who made it seem like you are not where you're supposed to be, but you are. Your life is not like those other people's lives. And do not let your parents, your cousins, your aunties, your relationships, your friends, I don't care who they are to you, do not let them talk down on you and make you feel like you're doing everything wrong. Because they not going to understand your pathway. They not going to understand your journey. It's for you to understand. And that's all that matters. If you understand, that is all that matters. I promise, Pinky. Like, allow yourself to be free, bro. Like the water, bro. Free flowing. The water is free flowing. It has rocks and obstacles in its way. But as you can see, it made a way from no way. It made a way from no way. Treat yourself like you are water. Because you are your own property. You are your own. So remain in your element, bro. And come out here and really do what it is that you want to do. You don't have to have everything together. You don't have to have all the answers. You won't never have all the answers. And oftentimes you won't get the answers until you just do. So allow yourself to just create. Allow yourself to just live. Allow yourself to be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. But remind yourself not every day is going to feel the same. Not every day is going to be the same. But remind yourself that every day you are still you. Nobody can take that away from you. Every day you are still you. Every day you are still valued. Every day you are still loved. Even though sometimes it might not feel like it. It might not seem like it. Just know every day in my heart you are still loved, okay? That is today's message of 100% Lavish. Thank you so much for tuning in. And just know that I love you. God loves you. And please stay blessed.